In August 2016, Simone Biles launched into a high-risk vault in Rio de Janeiro, representing the United States. Years earlier, in 2013, she won her first world all-around title in Antwerp, Belgium, at only 16. In 2020, she arrived at the Tokyo Games as the dominant favorite, then stepped back from most events for safety reasons. Her medal totals already set new records in gymnastics. By 2024 in Paris, she was competing again at the top level, adding more Olympic medals to her record. Let's follow how Simone Biles moved through difficulty, risk, and global scrutiny to raise the technical limits of women's gymnastics. Simone Biles was born in 1997 in Columbus, Ohio, and later moved to Spring, Texas, where her grandparents adopted her. Around 2003, a daycare trip to a local gym introduced her to structured gymnastics training. Coaches noticed her height, power, and fast rotation. She soon began regular practice at a gym in the Houston area. The daily schedule was demanding for a young child. By her early teens, she was already competing at the national junior level. Early training quickly turned into serious national-level commitment. By 2011, at national meets in the United States, Biles was landing powerful tumbling passes that stood out from other juniors. Across 2011 and 2012, she competed in major domestic events and earned a spot on the junior national team. Her coaches increased training hours and difficulty, especially on floor and vault. The routines needed strict, daily repetition to manage risk. Mistakes could cause serious injury. In 2013, she moved into the senior ranks, aiming for World Championship selection. At the 2013 World Championships in Antwerp, Belgium, Biles entered her first senior global event. She competed on all four apparatus in qualification and advanced to multiple finals. In the all-around final, she combined high difficulty with comparatively stable execution to win gold. It was her first world all-around title. She also collected medals on floor and beam at the same event. That week confirmed her as a central figure in women's gymnastics. She shifted from newcomer to reigning world all-around champion. The following year, at the 2014 World Championships in Nanning, China, she anchored the United States women's team. Her routines contributed heavily to the team gold medal. In the all-around final, she defended her world title with a program that again featured the highest difficulty in the field. One vault landing after another showed how much amplitude and height she could generate. She also repeated as floor champion. The gap between her totals and others widened. Score gaps now showed a clear lead over rivals. In 2015, the World Championships in Glasgow, Scotland, marked her third straight all-around world title. She performed new, more complex combinations on beam and floor, raising her start values again. That season saw elements later named after her officially recognized in the rulebook. Naming requires successfully performing a new skill at a major event. She met that requirement more than once. The code of points now included multiple entries with her surname. Multiple new listed elements now carried her name. The 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro marked Biles' first Olympic appearance. In the women's team final, she competed on all four events and delivered high scores on vault and floor. The United States team won gold by a large margin. She had carried a heavy competitive load across qualification and finals. Team success came first that week. It set up her individual events with global attention already focused on her. Every routine in Rio carried expectations of gold. A few days later in Rio, she won the individual all-around title. Her combined scores on vault, bars, beam, and floor gave her a comfortable lead over the field. In event finals, she added gold on vault and floor. A balance beam error reduced her score there, but she still earned bronze. 4 golds and 1 bronze in a single games is rare in women's gymnastics. Her Olympic debut ended with 5 medals. 5 medals in 1 games placed her in rare company. After Rio, Biles stepped away from major competition for about a year. She returned to elite training in 2017 and competed again internationally in 2018. At the 2018 World Championships in Doha, Qatar, she was treated for a kidney stone shortly before competition, yet still chose to participate. She competed on every apparatus and qualification. Despite several mistakes across events, she won the all-around title again. She also earned multiple individual medals, extending her world tally. Medical issues and errors did not stop another world title. In 2018, Biles publicly identified herself as a survivor of abuse by a former team doctor. The issue returned to international focus in September 2021, when she testified before a Senate committee in Washington, D.C. Her statement described how institutional failures had allowed abuse to continue. It was given under oath and broadcast widely. The appearance placed her at the center of a national discussion beyond sport. The hearing forced national leaders to respond publicly. The postponed 2020 Olympic Games took place in 2021 in Tokyo, Japan. During the team final, Biles struggled on vault and then withdrew from the rest of that competition and several individual events. She later described experiencing a loss of air awareness during twisting skills, a condition gymnasts call the twisties. The risk of serious injury in that state is high. Her withdrawal forced rapid lineup changes from teammates and staff. Safety became the priority. Lineup shifted mid-final after her withdrawal. Later that same Tokyo Games, she returned for the balance beam final. The routine used a dismount without twisting, reducing the risk tied to her disorientation issues. She performed a solid set and earned the bronze medal. That podium finish tied the all-time Olympic medal record for an American gymnast. It also marked a visible adjustment of difficulty to match current capacity. The decision showed how routines can be replanned under constraint. Removing twists allowed her to compete with reduced risk. In 2022, Biles received the Presidential Medal of Freedom at a ceremony in Washington, D.C. The award recognized both her competitive record and her public role in athlete safety discussions. She stood alongside figures from politics, science, and culture. Gymnastics was only one part of the citation. The honor placed her career within a national context. It confirmed how far visibility from her performances had extended. The award grouped her with leaders outside any sport. After a long break from international events, Biles returned to competition in 2023 at a major U.S. meet near Chicago. She won the all-around there with routines including her most difficult vault. Later that year, she secured her 8th U.S. national all-around title, breaking a record that had stood for decades. The field now included gymnasts who had grown up watching her. She was competing as an older athlete in a young sport. Competing this long set her apart in a short career sport. The 2023 World Championships brought her back to Antwerp, Belgium, the site of her first world title. She led the United States to team gold and won the all-around again, her 6th world all-around crown. In apparatus finals, she added gold on beam and floor and silver on vault. These results pushed her World Championships medal total to a new record. No other gymnast, male or female, had matched those numbers. She held the highest World Championships medal count recorded. In 2024, at the U.S. Gymnastics Championships, Biles won the all-around for a record 9th time. She also took gold on every individual apparatus. Scores there secured her place at the U.S. Olympic trials. At trials, she finished first in the all-around again despite a fall on beam. The margin of victory remained significant. Her selection to a third Olympic team at age 27 was unusual in women's artistic gymnastics. A third Olympic team at 27 defied usual peak ages. At the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, Biles competed through a left calf issue that required strapping and later a protective boot outside routines. She helped the United States win team gold, extending their run of Olympic podiums. In the all-around final, she won her second Olympic all-around title. She also took gold on vault and silver on floor. Those results brought her career total to 11 Olympic medals. It confirmed her as the most decorated gymnast in history. No other gymnast had reached 11 Olympic medals. Over 2 decades, Simone Biles moved from a child training in Texas to a 3-time Olympian setting records for total medals and difficulty. Her routines consistently pushed the technical limits of women's gymnastics while she remained at the top level far longer than most peers. High-risk skills, injury management, and public scrutiny became constant parts of her work. Those elements combined to make her achievements unusually visible both inside and outside her sport. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.